Hello YouTube, my name is Theseus, and welcome to a game that is not Crusader Kings 3. I have been doing some thinking. My later Crusader Kings videos have not gotten the same amount of traction that my earlier videos did. And even then, the amount of views versus watch time on my Crusader King videos is not great, to be honest. I do appreciate those of you who do watch it all the way through, but that number is just not very high. That does not mean I will stop posting Crusader Kings videos entirely. It does mean I will be posting them less, though, in favor of a game that does have more action in it, more stuff for you viewers to enjoy, rather than watching a map the entire time. One of the games I am replacing it with is a game called Divide and Conquer. For those of you who don't know, Divide and Conquer is a Lord of the Rings mod for a game called Total War Medieval 2. Now, Total War Medieval 2 is a game that has been out since 2006, so the graphics are a bit dated, but that does not mean the game looks bad. It just won't have the same graphical fidelity that you are used to nowadays. But this game does have all the stuff a Total War game has, and it is great fun. Now, our first decision is gonna be who to play as. We've got all the major factions of Middle-earth here, from Gondor to Mordor to dwarves to the elves themselves, which are the high elves up here. Now, each faction has its ups and downs. For example, the high elves, they are my favorite faction simply because I love quality over quantity. They've got the best units in the game, but as you can see, they are very expensive, and the time it takes to recruit the armies are very, very long. As opposed to someone like, we got the Orcs of, where are they? Where are the Orcs of the Misty Mountains? Goblins of Moria, there we go. The Goblins of Moria, they debatably have the weakest units in the game, but they are very cheap. Their units are double the size, at least, of their more elite counterparts of the High Elves, and you can just spam out armies like there's no tomorrow. And you do have notable units for each faction. Azog's Defilers, for example, they're a very elite warg unit. They are no slouch. But I have been thinking, I don't play the dwarves a whole lot, and much fun can be had with them. You've got the dwarves of Khazad-dûm, the dwarves of Erebor, and the dwarves of Ered Luin. Each one has its style. The dwarves of Ered Luin are pike and shot, meaning they like to set up a pike line with a strong crossbow backing. But like all dwarves, unless it's mercenary, they do not have cavalry. They are not tall enough to ride horses. We also have Erebor, who is very much a offensive army. They've got lots of axe, lots of armor piercing, and they are the most aggressive of the dwarves. Then you have Khazad-dûm, which are very much middle. They are the economy powerhouse there in Khazad-dûm. Of course, all dwarves are economy powerhouses because of their mining. But Khazad-dûm specifically is one of the most wealthy regions in the game. And Khazad-dûm has a somewhat interesting start, which is unique to... Well, I guess it's not entirely unique. I also have the... where are they? Ar-Ardunaim, which, to my knowledge, are a completely made-up faction. I mean, all of these are made up, but the Ar-Ardunaim are not a legitimate faction in the Lord of the Rings universe. It is Kingsmen from the south that are vaguely alluded to, for my knowledge. But they have a horde start, like the Mongols and the Timurids in the base game. But these two, the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm and the Ar-Ardunaim, share that start. The Dwarves of Khazad-dûm have a more scripted start, but it is action-packed and it will get you into the action of Total War, and I think that is a good start to be. Each faction has their own little stuff here. We shall... I'll just stick on medium difficulty. Yeah, I wanna... Do I want no battle time limit? Yeah, we'll do it. Unfortunately, because Lord of the Rings is copyrighted, this music is provided by the mod authors. It is composed by someone else. I do have to leave links to the actual stuff down in the description, but I cannot have the official Lord of the Rings music in here. We've got these little things which will tell you all about your faction. I will not be reading these out. You don't need to hear me reading a book when you came here for action, as opposed to my other game, Crusader Kings 3. Now, at first, it will have these arrows showing us where to go, as in this start, to lead us towards Khazad-dûm, we only have specific paths we can take. Now, my computer isn't perfect. It is, I wouldn't call it a potato, but it is getting old in age. And this is a very old game, so the turns might take a little bit longer than you would like, but I don't think it takes forever. This basically is just going through all the starting turns, all the expansions, and then the independent realms, which are the rebels. Now, this is basically a choice. We can either take the longer way around, and the goblins in Khazad-dûm might not excuse me, the goblins of Khazad-dûm might have a stronger army, but it is safer. Or we go straight through the forest of Mirkwood, which is more dangerous, but it gets us there quicker. Because I do want you guys to see action right away, we are going to go straight through Mirkwood, the faster route. And we shall get into a battle here pretty soon.
Onward. My lord. March.
Let's see. Orcs are gonna bad. Yep. All their turns are being taken.
The time's come, lads.
We are, of course, being attacked, as was stated would probably be. Now, as you can see, this game does show its age. These trees aren't the top quality you might be used to in newer games. But I will say, these units do look beautiful. If we can just get right up in the grill here. Look at these dwarves. Yes, shout for your king, which is King Balin here. We got these guys here. Let's see if we can see Balin himself. I think that is him right here. One of these two. Oh no, it's that one right there. You can see because his armor is a tad shinier and he is wearing red. He is farther in the back. Be safe with his men. Now we've got the Khazad volunteers. These are your rank and file. We've got dwarf laborers. I do believe they are pretty similar to the dwarven volunteers, except they have pickaxes, so I do believe they are armor piercing. We've got Erebor infantry, which are from the Kingdom of Erebor. And we have Dragon Slayers. These are elite units. They got armor piercing, and they will hold the line. As well as some dwarven travelers. They are archers. They are not crossbowmen. An arrow's an arrow. It will kill stuff, but do not expect much from a dwarven archer. They would much rather have a crossbow in their hand. Now we want to arrange these guys accordingly. I prefer to have a strong center. Of course, these Dragon Slayers are strike infantry. they are better off engaging in the back. Got these guys. Granted, that dwarven laborers, I believe, are armor piercing. We'll have them on the ends. Here we go. For you, more dwarven laborers. Where are you at? Okay. I'll put you on this end. Got that shield wall going on. And hopefully we can smash these orcs. The Dragon Slayers on this end. King Balin. And then Dwarven Travelers, okay. This will be the main line.
Assemble the lads. Lads, form one line.
And then those Dragon Slayers will strike in the back. We do heavily rely on those strike infantry because we do not have cavalry to hit them in the back like we would normally with other factions. Now we are up against some goblins. These are goblin hunters. They are a decent bow unit, and they have poison, which is not great day to have. Now, luckily for us, they are not many. We outnumber them heavily. Let's see if we can get these guys in here. Get these Dragon Slayers. And then do that. Balin, you march up with everybody else. In come the arrows. They are going straight for our Erebor infantry. Luckily, our Erebor infantry do have shields. And they are heavily armored, so while it is not great, they are much better equipped at taking arrows than the Dragon Slayers. Although the Dragon Slayers do have shields. Dwarves having short legs are pretty slow for infantry, so you might have a rough time catching your opponent. Watch them charge in. Now these are just the lowly archers. If we can catch them, we will just annihilate them in melee combat.
Our men
Get
are
these
winning
guys
the battle. If we continue
running
like
up
this,
the
we will
side.
smash the enemy.
These guys running up that side. Balin, you can get in here, I guess. You're not in any danger. Get these dragon slayers to get back there, please. Not get caught up in this blob. Now, if all you know is the newer Total War games, you would know that the way units blob in the newer Total War games is a little bit different than they do in this game. While there is still blobbing, units in newer Total Wars are significantly more cohesive. But because of that, oh, there we go. We got the enemy general. But because of their cohesiveness, I think that units feel less weighty in the newer games, and I like it when your unit feels weighty, and you can tell when a unit is clashed against another, and it doesn't. Like, I don't like it when units feel light. Feels like they're just flighty, and it doesn't seem realistic, especially when you are in all this heavy armor. Now, we will not catch the goblins. They are faster than we are. They've got longer legs, and we are dwarves in heavy armor. We would be hard-pressed to reach them. So we will just exit the battle. We lost 129 dwarves. Mostly... Actually, we don't get to see to who. But most of our... mostly our airborne infantry that took the brunt of it. Our Dragon Slayers did lose a good amount, which is unfortunate. Now, that was a very small battle. It was not a difficult battle, and I do not think it was intended to be. Let's see if we can recruit any mercenaries. We can recruit some Dale cavalry and riders. Which one of these is better? 5725. This one is better. 780 gold. Now, these are cavalry, which will help.
Aye, my lord. Aye, forward. We march
Let's
no
see.
further today. Aye, my
Cannot recruit. But we do start as the richest faction with 37,000. That is mostly to help us recruit mercenaries and then build up once we get settled.
Where to?
Ah, there we go. The elves are helping.
Stand through.
But this is a significantly larger army than before. Now let's see. We did get some woodland sentinels, which are a pretty decent unit, especially for archers. Let's see. Get our dwarves here. We are defending, so we can use this nice hill we've got to our advantage. It'd be a shame to waste this terrain. You guys over there. Oh, that's Balin's guard. Got our dragon slayers. Who else do we got? Travelers. Then woodland sentinels. Here we go. And I think that's all my infantry, with the exception of the dragon slayers there. They are separate from the main line. Let's see, we want our cavalry on the ends here. Ready to rush the enemy archers. We've got our very own archers up here. And we will have King Balin stand in the middle to give support to anyone who needs it and to rally the men. Ooh. They've got a catapult. We want to get rid of that real quick. That is the most dangerous thing in their arsenal right now. Let's see. This catapult's moving at a decent speed. They got goblins, catapult. They got a lot of Mirkwood goblins. I'm not seeing any archers, which is actually very good. Oh, but ooh, that was close, singeing some of my units. Where are my cav? Okay, I cannot let that catapult go. That is way too dangerous to leave alive. Ooh, and they are focusing down my elven archers. Ooh, and at least they're not hitting the center line here. Okay, there we go. Destroying that goblin catapult will save a lot of dwarven lives.
True and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Okay, I think we killed it. We need to now get our cavalry out of there. Now they are charging. We want to counter charge. Want that juicy charge bonus. And where do we want Balin? I think their center is weak here. I think we'll save Balin for that Mirkwood bodyguards. Oh, enough of them lived that they can still utilize a catapult.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Okay, come on, get around it. Hit that catapult. I don't want it to fire again. Yep, that's close. There we go. That catapult shouldn't be an issue anymore. Luckily, these goblins are still pretty weak. And my cavalry is doing good work. Hopefully my infantry are faring just as well. But I would like my cavalry to be freed up. And so we can charge them into the back.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Okay, here we go. Come on, get around them. And now charge right into the back of those Mirkwood goblins. And you guys, I want to do the same thing over here. Now, hopefully, this will provide a good enough morale shock to make them break. Ooh, look at that. That's beautiful. Look at those numbers drop. The enemy's right flank, my left flank, has been broken. And now we can... Hold up. What do we got here? These guys are fleeing. These guys are not. Get these guys attacking here. How are my Dragon Slayers? Where is that bodyguard? I know it's here. Come on. Where is it? Did he run away? Is this... That's not the bodyguard. Where is he? Haven't killed it yet. Huh. That guy's gonna be annoying to track down. Alright. Instead, we are going to loop around. Get these guys here. Then we'll charge into the backs over there. And we'll get Lord Balin into this fight. Actually, no, don't. I want you to get a better charge off than that. They still have a left flank to charge into. Okay, you guys can now charge into that. Look at the goblins flee. They don't stand a chance against our dwarvish might. Ah, there's the bodyguard. I knew they'd
The
show
enemy
up.
army flees the
Ah,
field.
and
After
I don't
them.
even have to
Cut
do
the
it.
cowards
They
down.
surrendered.
This
We'll
is
end
a
the
clear
battle.
victory.
Look at that. This is the difference in quality between the dwarves and the orcs. I do believe this specific faction is... what is it? It's not Mirkwood. Dal Guldur. Look at these Dragon Slayers getting 421 kills while only losing 7. That is the quality of these units. Look at those numbers. This video has already reached 34 minutes long. I do believe, just so I can get you there and show you the start of the game, the campaign, I suppose. I shall play this first episode till I capture Khazad-dûm itself, and we'll end it after its capture. Unless it is extremely long, because we might have a few more battles.
Where to?
For the light!
Aye, my king. Onward.
We got friends here of the Woodland Realm. Let's see if we get attacked one more time. We might. Ah, yes. Do we assist the elven people? We are dwarves, and I know that in the past, the dwarves and elves have not had much alike for each other. But this is a new age, and I think dwarves and elves should be friends as they were long ago. So we will help the elves of the Mirkwood Forest. We will show kindness to others that fight against
Our
the
foes
Dark
appear to be
Lord.
gaining the upper hand in this battle. It's a wait, man.
So we are reinforcing, so we will not get to control any of these elven units inside the inside the city. And we will appear way over there. It is a long walk. But we will help. Now, as you may notice, some of these units are smaller than others. Unlike newer Total War games, units do not replenish, with the exception of generals. You have to manually do it yourself by either merging them with each other, which combines them into a larger unit that is at full strength, and a smaller unit, which, depending on how many units it gave, has no men at all or is significantly weaker in manpower. You have to go to a city or a castle and replenish these units there and retrain them, which is a, I suppose you could say, much more realistic way of Total War doing things than what happens nowadays with auto replenishment. Now we want all of these units to basically run to the city. We will have these cavalry run past the city. And fight this army out here. And until those units get up here, we can watch as the elves defend their castle. Oh, whoops. Here we go. You are facing the wrong ways, sirs. We got more Dolgoldor. With their catapults. Trying to bring down the gate. Where is the elves are having a bit of a rough time. They don't have the forces that we do. They probably would not have survived this fight without us. As you can see, these woodland sentinels, which are gifts from the elves, are much faster than the rest of our army.
Our enemy has broken through the gates.
Now, I hope this is significantly more enjoyable than watching a map for hours on end. Well, I guess it's not on end, but for like 40 minutes with little to nothing happening. Like I said, I will still post those videos for those of you who do enjoy that kind of content. It will just be at a much slower pace as I try and figure out what people like and what exactly will get people interested. Now let's see if I can sneakily get these catapults. They do have archers, which actually I think I'll have them charge over there. Oh, they got a lot. I see their archers are on the ends here. Oh. Game. Game. Please don't crash, game. That'd be an awful thing to happen during the first video of this new series. Uh-oh. I will pause it here and see if I can get it to work. It does seem that the game has crashed and I cannot get it to respond. Luckily, this game does auto-save every turn. So while I will not be doing that this video, as it has reached near 45 to 50 minutes long, it does mean that we will not miss much. In the event that the save is corrupted and I cannot pull the autosave. I will off camera play up to this point. Hopefully it'll be as similar as possible to what this was. And then we will continue off on this battle. With that being said, I hope you enjoy this content much better than my previous content. I hope you would watch it more. I have been Theseus. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. And I bid you farewell.